Good morning. Welcome to the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Scott. I will be your host for the short while. Jeff, out of curiosity, I'm not a musician. I can play a CD player and that's about it, or stream as the case may be. What is the little thing on the top of your guitar?
It's a tuner hedge.
Okay.
It's for those of us who can't hear, it tells us if we're out of tune.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you can watch the game.
You can watch the game. It says it's on. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm back again because I'm so quiet and demure you probably didn't hear me the first time. Okay, if everybody would please make sure to silence your devices, phones, iPads, computers, whatever else you got on you, so that it doesn't disrupt the service. We would all appreciate that. And we always start our service with an acknowledgement of the lands on which we are located. So, the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living acknowledges that the land on which we gather is the ancestral territory of the Wiyot peoples. This territory extends to the communities through most of Humboldt County, and we honor the Wiyot peoples today. All right, now let's move into our actual service where we're going to have a song. I guess I really was part of the service, huh? Anyway, I guess it starts from the time we get here. And Donna, will you lead us in our music for today?
Please stand. Gosh, you're good. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, healing, healing day. This healing, healing. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, beautiful day. This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, wonderful friends. My wonderful, wonderful friends.
Okay. Oops, hello. We all like to welcome each other and welcome you to the service and welcome Zoomers and welcome people who are joining us for the first time or people who have been here for 1,000 times. So we're all going to say the affirmation on the top together, and then you get up and you find somebody and just basically say, I'm glad you're here, and introduce yourself. Just be friendly. We're told that this is a friendly place to be, so prove it. So together we say, we are a welcoming community where the vibration of love lifts us, the wisdom of the ages inspires us, and the science of mind teaching empowers us. And go to somebody and say, I am really glad you're here. See, can you feel that energy? That's just delightful. Alrighty, so welcome to the month of August. Can't believe, this is the time of year where we all say, I can't believe it's this time of year. And then we will do it again every month as we go forward. So because it is the first of the month, I give you 90 seconds of trivia simply because I like to do that. So August, as the first piece, used to be called Sextilis because it was the 6th month of the Roman calendar. which originally started in March. It only got renamed August in honor of Emperor Augustus, after he pulled off an impressive series of victories and consolidations of power, including the conquest of Egypt. It was originally only 30 days, but he decided to make it 31 because July, named after Julius, he didn't want him to have more credit. That's the truth. What is not true, there is a rumor, I actually had to research this one, that he took, in order to make the days the same number of days in the year, he took the 29th day of February and moved it to August. That is not true. That is just a rumor. So, a few famous birthdays in August. Barack Obama tomorrow will be celebrating his birthday. Yeah. Alfred Hitchcock was born August 13th, 1899. Today, what is today? Today's the 3rd. My grandmother was born today, 1899. Napoleon Bonaparte, August 15th, 1769. Michael Jackson, August 29th, 1958. Neil Armstrong was August 5th, 1930. And Mother Teresa. August 26th has a lot of important events. August 26th, 1910 was Mother Teresa's birthday. And there's more about August 26th coming up in a moment. Some fun holidays for the month. Tomorrow is National Psychic Day, but you probably already knew that. But yes, I will be here all week, tell your friends. August 5th, 1914, the very first electric traffic light was installed. And as my wife can attest, I would have got stuck behind it. That's just my superpower, no matter where I go, to hit red lights wherever. August 8th, for a lot of people in this room, is International Cat Day. Couple of things regarding being kind of lazy in August. August 10th is National Lazy Day, which is next Sunday. So if Tiffany has energy, then we're going to have to cut her down. And August 15th, after you've been nationally lazy, 5 days later, you get National Relaxation Day. August 11th is National Presidential Joke Day, and I won't even go there. It actually started because of a hot mic gaffe by Reagan. Here's an interesting piece of trivia. August 11th, 3114 BCE, like 5,000 some years ago, the Mayan calendar began. According to the ancient Mayan calendar, time officially began on that day. And you just kind of wonder, why did they pick that day for why not January 1st or whatever the counterpart was? Hey, let's have a new calendar. We'll start at 2/3 of the way through the year, and everybody will follow it for the next 5,000 years. But that was August 11th, 3114 BC, and August 26th, I told you there were important dates, is National Toilet Paper Day. But on a serious and important note, women in the United States officially gained the right to vote August 26, 1920. That's when the 19th Amendment to the Constitution was certified. And 3 quick events led to that. June 14th, 1919, Congress passed the 19th Amendment. August 18th, a little bit more than a year later, in 1920, the final state to give, the 36th state to ratify it, meaning it allowed to move forward, was Tennessee. And then August 26, 1920, the amendment was formally certified by the Secretary of State, making it law, which is why August 26 is known as Women's Equality Day in the United States. And here's to that dream becoming more and more true. Okay, so let's move forward. Speaking of other events coming up for this week, ta-da, a whole bunch of stuff going on. We'll get it covered here in more detail as we move forward. Brave, Vulnerable Conversations takes place every Thursday. It's just a group of people getting together and talking about whatever's going on, whether it's politics, whether it's health, whether it's just sharing with each other. It goes from about 10 to 11. There's no cost. It's just please show up at the center and join us. Speaking of joining us, the men's group is every other week, and our next meeting for those of us who identify as male and who would like to attend will be Saturday, the 23rd. Saturday the 9th, from 3 to 5. There's about half a dozen of us usually, and it's a great discussion. Let's see here. For the Love of Writing, speaking of great discussions, has been moved to afternoons. It's the 3rd Friday, so that will be 2 to 3:30 on August 15th. I have really grown to, where did Lorna go? She took off. I thought I saw her here. I'm imagining things. Lorna leads the group. It's a great group. It's not very large. We'd like to have more people. It has allowed me to do some of my best writing. It really inspires you, and it's nice to share with others. I know Mark is there regularly, too. And it's just a great small group, whether you don't write a lot, you would just like to write more, or whether you just like words. Come on by and join us. It's really, really empowering and fun. Speaking of empowering and fun, Better Together is not happening. We are not so good today. There's no Better Together. There it is. It's in a little tiny box, and it's moving around. Okay, that's the love of writing, and then there's me. And we have Better Together, so there we go. It's going to be regarding our own Anna, who's usually back at the microphone, or back at the sound booth, but she's not here. So Anna Banana Hamilton is performing at the Fieldbrook Winery. Where are you? Oh, she stepped out. Okay, all right. Yeah, she and Lorna they're plotting. They're going to come back and overthrow the center. But Anna is performing on the 17th at Fieldbrook Winery, and the Better Together group, which is our social group, is getting together to be better and go. So is there a sign-up sheet or anything, or you just show up? I imagine we just show up.
Not yet.
Rose said that you could reserve a table.
Okay, Rose said you could reserve a table.
And so if you can sign up there, hopefully there's a sign-up sheet there. I don't know if there is.
There is no sign-up sheet there, but there will be one. Okay.
I know it is already there.
It is, we see it manifesting. We'll do our demonstrations later, and that'll be the first one. The Bridge House Backpacks. School starts on August 18th. Bev, are you here, or are you out with Lorna and Anna also? Okay, I don't see Bev here, but the information is on screen, so you can see that. We help the Bridge House every year, and Bev has been leading it.
We're still taking donations, monetary donations for the supplies.
Okay, and we are still taking monetary donations for the supplies. Now, Angelica and Lori and I believe Jan are leaving tomorrow. Is this correct? Okay, and they are driving up to Medford and then flying to Seattle and then flying to Calgary and then driving to Banff in Canada for the mothership's annual convention, if you will, called SOAR, which means the second string is stepping in for the next couple of weeks while Angelica is gone. And so we have two guest speakers. I will be speaking next week. That picture, I just randomly pulled a picture. That was actually, you can see the title of what I'll be talking about. The map is changing, but the compass still works, keeping your bearings through life's detours. That picture was taken in 2018. I was speaking on a cruise ship, and I decided to really test myself and go on. We were in the Caribbean, the world's longest zip line over water. I have never been on a zip line in my life. I don't know what inspired me to do that, but that's how you have to dress. That you can see the thing where in a few minutes I was going to go up to that metal thing and freak out and then jump down. But if you've never gone zip lining, these things, they really, like if you fall, it's not going to make any difference what you're wearing. I mean, come on. It's like back when we were kids, if there was an atomic bomb, they said, put your head under the table or get under the desk. Yeah, that desk is going to really help. That's not going to help, but they wrap it all up. And it jacks everything up. And in order to do a test run, the ship had their own zip line on the ship. And it was maybe, I don't know, 100 yards or so from one end of the ship. You can see it's a large ship, to the other end. So I decided, all right, I'll do that. I'll test it out. I used to work for Weight Watchers for 30 some odd years, as many of you know. So I've always been self-conscious about my body and how it's shaped. So you get up on the top of the ship and they strap you up. And I'm noticing it's pulling everything up, you know, and it's making my butt look large. So I'm really kind of self-conscious, let alone that I'm zipping in the air like a few hundred feet high. And so I get up on the end, you know, and you zip over like the center area where everybody's at the ship, the pools, and, you know, they're all playing. And, you know, people are looking up as the people go zipping by, and I landed on the other side, and, you know, my wife took a photo of the whole thing. And I remember thinking that the people, they were looking up and going, wow, that old guy's got a lot of guts to do that, but look at the size of his butt. Anyway, so that's where that photograph comes from. I cannot speak to where this photograph comes from, but she's a delight, she's lovely, she's wise, and she will be returning to speak on August 17th, and then Angelica will be back on the 24th, I'm sure filling us in on all sorts of insights.
Before that, but
But speaking, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Lynn said, do you have room? I said, sure.
Yeah, so Reverend Lynn will speak on the 17th. If you would like support while you are here after today's service, the practitioners are always available. Our practitioners today are Michelle, sitting the high watch, myself, Susan is over here, and Edward is back there. If you would like to talk to any of us for whatever reason, please give us just contact us and we'll be glad to. And finally, we have our little pantry needs to be fed with non-perishable foods. We serve a lot of people in this area. Please bring what you can. If you have a lot to bring, Monday Walk in Awe is here from noon to 4, and bring a big bunch. She'll sort it out and put it in the pantry. So as we move to this month's theme, I wanted to explain a little bit about this graphic. Last month, the graphic was in part a tribute to Donna and Brian. If you remember, it was them dancing on an airship because of their vibrancy, their energy, and I really love that. So I thought, well, I would keep the theme going, possibly, and come up with other couples. So I thought about who are the couples who are here. Well, there's Edward and Amy, there's James and Carol, wherever they are. Who else am I missing? There's other, excuse me? Oh, yeah, well, oh, yeah, there's me. And I didn't know enough about them to make an actual graphic. And the one I knew enough about was my wife and I. And I thought, well, I could make a graphic that would symbolize my wife and I, but it would be two people sleeping on a couch at the end of the day. And I figured that wasn't going to quite do it for us. So I came to this graphic, because our topic is navigating change, and I wanted change to be something that one looks forward to, one anticipates, one enjoys, one has color. So that is our theme for the month. And now Donna will lead us in our next song. I don't know, I just made that whole story up. That is no couple, it's, yes, yes.
I just wanted to announce that there's a film on homeopathy on Friday at noon at the Minor Theater. It costs $5.
Okay.
And anybody interested in
Catherine,
non-toxic
just announced there's a film on homeopathy at the Minor Theater on Friday at noon for $5. Okay, so thank you. Okay, it's all yours. And then Edward, after Donna leads the song, you'll come up and do the moment of peace, followed by Reverend Angelica.
the Forest Service said they should be them.
Oh, okay, there, Doug and Michelle. That's right, there's another couple. It's Doug and, this is my tribute to Doug and Michelle.
And my cat. Thank you for shielding the cat, too, from the sun. Take a relaxing breath with me. Maestro. It is clear to me how each day may be full of friends for me to learn from. I am one, I am beautiful, I am one, I am joy, I am one with the universe, I am love. And the world may be a discovery full of majesty to learn from. You are one, you are beautiful, you are one, you are joy, you are one with the universe, you are love. And the universe, such a fantasy, full of mystery to learn from. We are one, we are beautiful, we are one, we are joy, we are one.
Speaking of love, give me some. Thank you. Good morning, family. How are you? You know, I was, to my brother Scott, I was always wondering about that jumping out under the desk when we were kids for a bomb. Seems to me that's just one more thing to fall on you. And someone was asking me about the high watch there. And just to be clear, what that is, it's not a throne. It's the person who does the meditation in the morning sits there to hold the energy of spirit for everybody. So it's just a matter of keeping the spirit, you know, and you add to it, of course. Today, if you're new here, what I do is I read something, and after I read, Jackson will sing us into a beautiful, hopefully, prayer. And then after that, Jackson will sing us into our speaker, which is Reverend Angelica, whom I love to death. And in the spirit of change, I'm reading something from a book that she presented to me 2 years ago on my birthday. In the spirit of change, I think of change as being a lot of things, but this one is from people who have had what we call an NDE, or a near-death experience. So it's actually a change from our physical anchor here to our spiritual selves. And the book is called The Purpose of Life, as revealed by near-death experiences from around the world, and is by David Sunfellow. I was told that people choose to be born into whatever religion or group that will help them achieve the lessons they are sent here to learn. I was told that the earth is like a big school, a place where you can apply spiritual lessons learned and test yourself under pressure to see if you can actually live what you already know you should do. Basically, the earth is a place to walk the walk and literally live the way it should be done. It was made clear to me that some people come to earth to work on only one aspect of themselves, while others come to work on several aspects. Then there are others who come to not only work on their own nature, but also to help the world as a whole. You are taught on the other side what you are supposed to do, but can you live it under the pressures of earth? From what I saw and heard there, it is all about relationships and taking care of each other. Perfection is not expected of people, but learning is expected and considered good progress. All of our experiences in a lifetime tend to follow some sort of pattern, and often will recreate the same lessons, only in a different way. Under various circumstances, this is how you know what you are here to learn and test. If you examine the patterns, certain themes will become clear. What I know and what I understand is that God or Spirit, or whichever way you choose to address the divine energy of the universe, is a living thing. And all living things, and as all living things, it is in constant motion. Our universe is constantly moving, and it is only a small representation of the multi-universes that exist in this spirit. What I know is that we are facets of that divine being. We are manifested pieces of God. And together, collectively, as a whole, we shape our society, we shape our world, we shape our physical presence here. And what I know is that that presence, even though it may seem dark at the moment, will always be bright because our souls are bright. We are bright. We are positive influences upon this world. And the positive will always, always shine a light on the shadow and overcome the negative. I know and I am grateful for everyone here. I'm grateful for our existence. I'm grateful for our challenges that we face in coming into this life. I'm grateful for the lessons that we learn and we take from it. And I know without doubt that we are all successful in any endeavor that we choose to move toward. I am grateful. I place into the laws of the universe, knowing that already it is so, that all that we say, all that we think, and all that we do is made manifest here. And with love I say, and so it is.
We are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in that unity we can live in harmony and peace will come. For we are
And carrying on that spirit of gratitude and love, I welcome Reverend Angelica. Without the brace.
What?
Without the brace.
I know, I took it out. Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Zoomers. Well, our theme, as you saw earlier, is navigating change. And, you know, we're at the beginning of this new month, a new chapter in our spiritual journey together. And this theme of navigating change, to me, feels really appropriate. I mean, whether it's things in our own lives or in politics or in the climate, etc., change is happening. And there isn't any way we can get away from it. You know, most of you know that a few weeks ago I tripped over my own feet and broke my arm. And I'm right-handed, so this experience has forced me to do something I often talk about, but find hard to do sometimes. And that is to trust the process. So this is our word for today, trust. You know, I gotta tell you though, I was really hoping for a miracle. I mean, I got home from the emergency room and, you know, I'm thinking, I'm laying in bed treating to know that this is absolutely healed, you know, everything is wonderful, etc. And I woke up in the morning and it was still there. it's like, wait a minute, this isn't fair. And I'd still like to have that miracle. I mean, I'm still treating to know that it doesn't take the God knows how many weeks to heal. In fact, here's a little bit of, I had, being as curious as I am, I had to look at, I went to ChatGPT. Now, I've told most of you that I asked ChatGPT what its name was. It said it didn't have a name, but if it did, it would be Sage. So I have this relationship going on with Sage. So I asked it, I said, my arm is broken at the top of the humerus bone, right under the ball at the top that goes into the shoulder bone. How do bones reconnect themselves? He says, that's a great question, Angelica, and truly wondrous when you think about it. Your body knows exactly how to knit itself back together, even at the top of your humerus, or it's close to the shoulder joints. Here's how it works. Now, I've never thought about this before. How does a bone that's broken heal itself? And maybe you've never thought about it either. But right after the break, he says from hours to days, the body immediately forms a blood clot or a hematoma around the break. And this clot brings in special cells that clean up the debris and start to prepare the area. I thought, wow, the cleaning crew's there. In the first few weeks, the body begins building a soft callus made of collagen, like scar tissue around the break. And this is laid down by cells called fibroblasts and chondroblasts. The emergency room gave me a photocopy of the x-ray. The orthopedic surgeon gave me a copy of the x-ray. I went on Friday, I got another copy of the x-ray. They keep x-raying it. And I spread the three things out and I said, where is it healing? I don't see it. And so he circles this area that still I don't get it. And he says, this is where it's building, this new, it must be the soft callus, kind of the collagen stuff. So in 4 to 8 weeks or so, now I also asked him, so how long is this going to take? I'm so tired of not being able to do things, but I sure have learned how to be ambidextrous. I'll tell you, you wouldn't believe how fast I can do the computer now with my left hand. One letter at a time, but So, the third thing he said, 4 to 8 weeks or so, it's a hard callus. And this soft callus gradually turns into hard bone, woven bone they call it. Bone-forming cells called osteoblasts build new bone material connecting the broken ends. This process is actually what bridges the gap. Then remodeling is the fourth part, he called it, months to years. Over time, the body slowly reshapes the new bone so it's stronger and more like the original bone structure. The hard callus becomes compact bone aligned along lines of stress. This is why even after it heals, your bone keeps getting stronger and more refined. And then I love this part. He says, in short, your body's own cells clear out the damage, then lay down a scaffolding, then slowly rebuild the hard bone, literally reconnecting and fusing the broken ends together. Isn't that amazing? It's like you've got a little divine construction crew working inside your arm right now. I love that. I thought that was wonderful. So, obviously, though, my desire for a miracle to have all of that happen overnight didn't happen yet. And what I'm discovering is that trust is not bypassing the process. There's a certain process that my body has to go to. And I'm trusting that I'm moving through this process with spirit. And so then I started thinking about this idea of moving through the process, and it made me think about, I looked out my window actually, and my cherry trees branches were moving, and the rose bushes were moving, And I thought, it's sort of like the wind. When we talk about change, you can't control it, right? It's going to happen regardless. And I can't demand that it blow the way I want it to blow, right? I just have to let it be. I have to trust the process. I can trust that if I stay steady, I'll be okay, even if okay doesn't look the way I planned it. So we can all think about this in our own life, that each one of us have had experiences, might not be a broken arm, but it could be anything. And it doesn't necessarily happen the way we planned on it or the way we wanted to control it into happening. And it seems like that, for instance, mine seemed like it started taking things away from me. Like, do you know how hard it is to do your hair with your left hand? Especially if you want to use your curling iron, which I gave up because that just wasn't working. But you can't control the wind, but it's still moving. You can't necessarily control the divine flow either, but it's still moving. And even when we don't know exactly where we're going, our inner compass still works. And so to me, this is trusting, absolutely trusting. Now, Dr. Holmes says, to trust in the law of God is to place ourselves in alignment with a power that knows no obstruction. To trust in the law of God is to place ourselves in alignment with a power that knows no obstruction. And when I read that, I started thinking about this idea of trust. It's not passive. In fact, I mentioned last week, perhaps, that the acronym that the word trust makes is totally relying upon Spirit's timing. T-R-U-S-T, right? Totally relying upon Spirit's timing. And that trust is an active alignment with the infinite. It's where we get to this place where we can speak our word for whatever it is that we want in our lives, and then we have to believe that that word is acting and allow it to in its own timing, because trust is not passive. It's not passive. So another quote that Dr. Holmes says, and I am just paraphrasing it here, it says, even when things are hard, if we're saying, there is a power for good in the universe greater than I am, and I am using it, we've got to believe in that. We have to believe in it. I think sometimes for myself, I was not Catholic, but I lived at a girls' Catholic school for many years. And, being a good little girl, that God is out there and God might or might not answer your prayers, though the nun said, well, God always answers your prayers, perhaps not the way you want it to. And when I was thinking about all of this and this idea about this power for good in the universe, and that we could use it, I thought it could be also using us. This power could be using us. I mean, I don't know who's going to learn from my experiences with this situation, besides myself. But I know that one of my passions is doing what I do on Sunday mornings and in counseling and in classes and all of that. And so this is another experience that I've had that I'm having where I can relate to other people. I'm 77 years old and I've never broken a bone. So other people have, and they, remember it from being a child or whatever. But now I have a greater sense of empathy for someone who might have broken a bone, and I can know that not just me, but everybody can rely on Spirit's timing for absolutely everything. So my arm might not be healing as fast as I want it to, but it is healing in its own timing. And I've decided to think of that as sacred timing. The bones are knitting themselves back together, as I read to you about. The cells are regenerating. Divine intelligence is working in and as and through me, even when I can't see it. And this is what life is like for all of us. If we're using this teaching, and we're using it whether we know it or not. I mean, remember, the bottom line here is it's done unto us as we believe. She doesn't like my talk. I knew that she was leaving early though, so. The bottom line is, my phrase for the bottom line is, all there is God, and it's done unto us as we believe. So this energy that we're breathing, that we're moving through, that's creating absolutely everything that there is working all the time according to our belief systems. According to our beliefs. So if I'm moaning and groaning about, oh, my arm isn't healing, the universe goes, yes, my darling. If whatever we're doing and we're moaning and groaning because we treat it and it's not happening when we wanted it to happen, the universe is saying, yes, my darling. So the thing is, we have to treat and then move our feet, of course, to move in the direction that we want. And part of that moving our feet is to believe that the universe always responds. It always responds. And to pay attention to what am I thinking about? What am I feeling? If I'm feeling, oh, poor little old me, I can't clean my house, I can't do this, I can't do that, then the universe says, yes, my darling. And I get to feel it some more. So we know divine intelligence is at work through us and is working all the time. So what do we do? What do we do when we're in a situation that we want to change, that we want to fix, so to speak? In our teaching, we do spiritual mind treatment, first and foremost. We make affirmations about it. We visualize it. So I took off that thing so that you're helping me visualize having a perfectly healed arm. What I know is that we learn how to stay centered in the middle of whatever is happening. Think about this with our country. We can stay centered regardless of the chaos that's going around. Think about your life. And know that trusting Spirit means we keep showing up with grace, with honesty, with sometimes frustration and tears. But we keep showing up in our life. We keep declaring what it is that we wish to experience and know that we can trust Spirit's timing. So there's, besides spiritual mind treatment, which could also be called affirmative prayer, there's two other practices that I think are really important on a daily basis, much less when you're trying to heal something. And one is meditation. And I was reading this book the other day that said even 5 minutes a day has an effect. Just to be still, to quiet our minds and get away from all the shoulds and the why nots and all those things that we're thinking about. Just to breathe and be still. So meditation. And then the one that I really like the most, that I keep recommending to people, is a gratitude practice. You know, I've been looking around my house and around my friends and all the people that have brought me food and flowers and little gifts and stuff like that. And I have really felt grateful. Not grateful that I broke my arm, but grateful for everything that there is in my life to be grateful for. And what does that do, this gratitude practice? It takes your mind away from what you've been focusing on and starts putting in more positive things so that you can feel. I mean, gratitude is a really neat feeling, isn't it? Think about the last time when somebody did something for you that you were really grateful for. And think about how that felt. It's an amazing feeling. So to live in this attitude of gratitude, to me, even when life feels uncertain, sort of anchors us in the present moment and definitely anchors us in spirit. We can go back to this idea of trusting spirit, totally relying upon spirit's timing. So what I know is that we may not know what's ahead of us, and none of us do. We can think about what we'd like to have ahead of us, but none of us know exactly what's going to happen. But what we can know is that even there, that's God. That God is absolutely everywhere. And love is present. If God is there, then love is present. And so that deep inner knowing still works. That deep inner knowing still works to change our thinking and change our lives. And that's what we're all about. Changing our thinking and changing our lives. I want to show you this wonderful thing I found on Facebook yesterday. I realized that as it was happening, I should have read the words out loud to you, for those of you who read slower than I do. But I thought if you want to see it again, and I've watched it a couple times, it's on my Facebook page. Or maybe I can figure out how to put it on the center's Facebook page. But this is what we're all about, right? Recognizing this power. And recognizing that it's within us, and it's all around us, and that we can't get away from it, and that it responds to whatever we're predominantly thinking and feeling. So my homework assignment for you this week is to look for the good. Be grateful for everything good in your life. And let's go into treatment. Gratefully, I acknowledge this power within, this power that is all around us, this power that is everywhere present. And no matter what I choose to name this power, I can never shrink it. It's always here, always working. And so I know for each one of us that this week we allow ourselves to recognize how we're co-creating with the divine. And I know that we choose to look at our lives with a sense of gratitude, how grateful we are to be alive, becoming more awake and aware with every moment. How grateful we are to know that Spirit responds to us in perfect timing. Might not be our thought about the timing, but it's in perfect timing. And so I know that we move about our days allowing ourselves to be grateful for absolutely everything. And we choose good things for ourselves and for each other, for our country, for our planet, knowing that the universe says yes, absolutely says yes. So I know that as we open up to this idea of this power within us that we can use, our bodies, our relationships, our work, our creativity, everything is empowered by this awareness. And life is good, very good. So I release these things with a grateful heart into the divine law, knowing that they are already so, knowing that each one of us will have at least one experience this week that shows us how powerful we are and how grateful we can be. I know that this power is with us always, and we can trust it. We can totally rely upon Spirit's timing. And so it is. So it is. Oops, not that one. Where's the one? Yes, Jackson is our musician this morning. Jackson always does such a good job with all the background music, doesn't he? And he's good at this point too. So thank you very much, Jackson. Thank you. I love it when he's doing the music while I'm doing the treatment because it sort of helps things flow, I guess.
I don't believe it. Pinch me to see if I am awake. I can't believe it. Wake me and say there's been a mistake. No, don't. I'd sooner sleep on in case that is until the dream has gone. No, this is no dream, my friend. would seem, is where my troubles end. Stand well back, I'm coming through. Nothing can stop me now. Watch out, world, I'm warning you. Nothing can stop me now. Now I know that there is a promised land. I'm gonna find it, and how. Hope is high and I'm gonna cling to it. Tie every string to it, give everything to it. I'll make all my dreams come true before my final bow. How I'll do it, who can say? But I know I will someday. Watch out, world, I'm on my way. Nothing can stop me now. I shall find success today. Nothing can stop me now. Yesterday was yesterday. Nothing can stop me now. Now I know the future is mine to have. I'm hereby making a vow. From now on I'm gonna begin again. Stick out my chin again, go in and win again. Get you gone, you sky of gray. Farewell, my furrowed brow. Now my future's crystal clear. No more woe for me to fear. Watch out, world, gonna stand it on its ear, and I'll succeed somehow. Nothing can stop me now.
Thank you. That's from the play The Roar of the Grease Paint, The Smell of the Crowd.
Oh, wonderful. Great job. And let me just add, Jackson, nobody would want to stop you. Thank you for that lovely song. Okay, we're now at the point in our service where we are going to give our gifts. There will be a couple of plates that go around, and we all kind of know how that works. If you've got money, put some money in it, whatever you can afford. If you don't have money, put thoughts in it, and no matter what, whatever you put in it, attach it to an intention. As a plate goes by, don't just throw some, I mean, well, yeah, if you really want to, just throw some money in. But as you put something in, stop and think of where you would like this to go, what you would like for this energy to create. So with that in mind, we first say together, I gratefully give from the fullness of my abundance, knowing my gift blesses this center, all in it and beyond, and so it is. With joy in our hearts and gratitude for the music we just heard, as well as this entire service, we all together accept these gifts, this energy, knowing it is going forth and transforming all who have given and all who will receive from it, and that all the transformations are for the better, for the positive, and for growth. And with that in mind, we release these words into the universal law of mind, knowing that they are amplified and moving forward, and together we say, and so it is. Thank you. It's going to drive me crazy because I know I got Gloria?
Gloria in two forms, Jackson's form and Van Morrison's form.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Which
And-
collectively is the original band who did it is them.
Right, I remember. That's what I was thinking. It took me a second. All right, that's just wonderful. Okay, so where we're going to go next, we are going to do a statement of inclusion, and then we will have time for a demonstration or two. But I also wanted to remind everybody, yep, I got it. I also wanted to remind everybody that because this is the first Sunday of the month, it is Potluck Sunday, meaning there's lots of food in the other room, help yourself. It is also the time where we celebrate our birthdays for people in this month. So if your birthday is in August, Burl has brought some beautiful flowers, and you will receive one, providing there's enough. If your birthday is in August, would you please stand and let us sing happy birthday to you? Okay. What was that? A Zoomer. Well, yeah, we could do it for. Well, what the heck? Let's just sing happy birthday for whoever's birthday it is, even if. Oh, there's people on Zoom. Who is that? Patty Williams? Okay, so on Zoom, happy birthday. We will, for Patty, right? Okay, so Patty, I know you're watching, I know you're listening, and together you just don't get the flowers. They'll be virtual flowers. Together we all sing, please. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Patty. Happy birthday to you.
Alex, don't forget, we got the sign-up sheet. Rose came in a little late, so we have the sign-up sheet for Anna.
The sign-up sheet has now manifested as we said it did. We'll take a couple of minutes before we get to our community statement of inclusion, then Don will lead us out with a song. If there's any demonstrations, I had a really fun, simple one. I lost this last week, my scarf, whatever you call this. Shawl? Shoal, my shawl. Stole. I stole this. Yeah, I stole it. And I didn't know where it had gone, and I was disappointed because I'm very proud of this. I worked hard to become a practitioner. It's one of my best honors, and I like this. And I left here last week and didn't know where it was. It's like, oh, drag, how could I lose it? Taking my walk on Tuesday, it was sitting on the ground on the sidewalk, totally clean. Nobody had stepped on it. It had apparently fallen out of my little notebook that I carry around with me, and there it was sitting right on the sidewalk as I walked by it. So that's my demonstration. Yes, please, Carol, you got one? James, her husband in the corner, is going, oh no.
During July, we were looking for a new kitten to we needed to add one to our family. So, but we said, well, maybe we need to wait a little while, It's like, okay, let's, our other kitty passed, so we'll wait. But of course, I'm looking and looking every day because I can't wait. And so I found one that was perfect. It was like exactly the kind we wanted, cute little fluffy kitten, down in San Jose or something. And so I said, I'm applying. So I applied this big long form. They denied us because they said, we only want people that have cats to stay indoors only. I was devastated. I'd never heard of it. I'd never seen these long forms to fill. I'd never heard anyway, I was devastated. But I kept looking. Okay, applied to the next one. Cute little, exactly, what I had in mind. Denied. We were too old. I was speechless for several hours, I think. I was just like, really? I couldn't believe it. So, next application, I write. I am 77. I walk 2 miles a day. You know, my aunt lived to be 103. I'm going to live a long life. So I thought, I'm going to be proactive, right? So this long application, I put all this. Okay, denied. And this was a place down in Fresno where we had got one of our cats before. You know, we'd already gotten one 12 years ago there. This time, they didn't even tell us why, but I'm like, well, I kind of know now. And they said, well, write to us, and we'll tell you why. Well, then they never wrote back. Okay, well, now I'm like, really? Okay. What? Oh, go to the vet. Oh, yeah. So everybody here was telling me, go to the cat companion place up here in Arcata. So we went. Oh, it was so much fun, you know, kitties all over this little room and, you know, 4 on your lap. And it's like, oh, we were in kitty heaven. But they weren't the fluffy little kittens that we wanted. So we weren't attached to any of them. Okay, so now what? I mean, I'm still every day, you know, I have this list on 2 pages, just all filled with, you know, website addresses. I'd click and see what was available today. You know, every day I'm looking, pounds, everything from here to LA. You know, I'm up to Oregon. You know, I'm looking. We were even gonna have one flown in. We like Manx kitties. They had one breeder in Pennsylvania, but as I read more, they were like indoor only. Okay, so found a few more, was writing applications, and all of a sudden at the Trinity Humane Society, or to Trinity County Health, whatever they are, cat place. So I said, okay, James, we're going. Look, there's like 3 kitties, and I'm sending it to everybody here. I'm going, 3 kitties, oh my God, they're perfect. They're all fluffy and cute and little, and I love them. Let's go, there's so many. So we drive to Weaverville, you know, over 299. And they're in this one room, and it's filled with the little fluffy kitties like I love, you know? And James even found one that he loved. And it's like, wow, there's so many to choose from. It took 2 hours. We're like playing and playing. Like, can this be true? It's like that. They were perfect little kitties. We picked 2. They didn't charge us any money. They were free kitties. Wow. I mean, we gave them a deposit. They wanted a deposit for getting the kitty spayed, you know, and when or neutered, whatever you call it. And when we did it, then they'd send our money back. But they were free kitties. It was, and so we have 2 little kitties absolutely tearing the house apart.
And now you will be manifesting for scratching posts. Yeah. Mark, you're pointing at somebody. I don't know. Nobody's raising their hand.
Oh, yeah, I had one too.
Okay, if it's a short one, come on up.
I have like arthritis in my knees. It hurts really bad. And the physical therapist gave me like instructions to go home and like how to flex and build muscles in my knees that are kind of crooked. And I've been doing it and the pain has gone away. It's been really nice.
Okay, we need somebody to read our community statement of inclusion. It takes about a minute. It'll be on screen, but it's also here. If there's somebody who hasn't done it, you get extra bonus points, but we'll take anybody who would like to come up and read. Okay, Louise, I guess it's you. And then that will be followed by Donna, who will lead us in the peace song. The peace song will show up on this screen. If you're not familiar with the lyrics, we'll all be in a circle and we'll sing it together. And if you're not familiar with the lyrics, I suggest you stand on this side so you can see the screen. Okay, Louise, it's right here and it's yours.
Oh boy, these aren't the right glasses. Okay. We, the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living, are a community that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusion, champions inner work, and creates space for brave, vulnerable conversations. We are a community that honors the unique emanation of God that each person embodies and advocates with people for human rights and dignity for all. We are a community that blesses each other, sees sacredness in all life, remains learners and listeners so we may grow together, and understands that oneness is not sameness. Together, we know our beloved community is revealed more fully when we love each other well.
Please make a circle. I would like to acknowledge Jackson for that song. That is a very difficult song to sing, so thank you. Liza Minnelli. All right, looking good. Lend a hand, make a friend. Here we go.